Have you ever met a recruit who was too perfect for basic training? Private James Walker arrived at Paris Island looking like he'd stepped out of a recruiting poster. 6'2", athletic build, perfect posture, spoke in complete sentences with military bearing already locked in place. First day of processing, while other recruits fumbled with paperwork and stumbled through medical exams, Walker moved with precision. Made his rack with hospital corners that could cut glass. Uniform pressed so sharp you could shave with the creases. Every answer was yes sir or no sir with perfect volume and diction. Other drill instructors started talking. Where'd this kid come from? Walker's background was impressive but weird. Homeschooled by military parents. Father was a Marine colonel, mother was Army nurse. Kid had been preparing for basic training since he was 12 years old. He'd memorized the entire Marine Corps manual before arrival. Could recite general orders backwards. Knew weapon specifications, military history, chain of command up to the Joint Chiefs. When we tested him on Marine Corps birthday, he gave us the date, location, and what Ton Tavern served for dinner in 1775. Physical training was a joke for him. Maxed the initial fitness test while other recruits were puking from the first run. Did pull-ups until we got bored counting. Shot expert on the rifle range with his eyes closed practically. But here's where it got strange. Walker had zero learning curve. No growth, no struggle. Basic training is designed to break you down and build you back up. Walker arrived already built. There was nothing for us to teach him. Other recruits hated him, not because he was arrogant, he was actually helpful and encouraging. They hated him because his existence made them feel inadequate. When your bunkmate makes everyone else look like amateurs, it destroys unit cohesion. Week 4, things got ugly. During field training exercise, Walker's fire team got killed in a simulation. Not because he made mistakes, but because other recruits refused to follow his orders. They'd rather fail than let the perfect kid succeed. That's when the real problem emerged. Walker couldn't handle failure. Never experienced it before. When his team got eliminated, he had a complete breakdown. Sat in the dirt crying like a lost child. All that perfection, and he'd never learned how to lose. We had a serious talk with him. Son, you're technically the best recruit we've seen in 20 years, but you're also the worst Marine we could possibly graduate. I don't understand, sir, he said. My scores are perfect. That's the problem. Marines don't follow perfect people. They follow people who've bled with them, struggled with them, failed with them. You've never done any of those things. Week 6, we made a decision. Started giving Walker impossible tasks. Made him team leader for exercises designed to fail. Put him in charge of recruits who were struggling. Forced him to experience setback after setback. The transformation was painful to watch. This perfect recruit started making mistakes, getting frustrated, learning what defeat felt like. For the first time in his life, Walker was human. By week 10, something beautiful happened. Other recruits started respecting him, not because he was perfect, but because he'd learned to struggle alongside them. He became their leader not through superiority, but through shared suffering. Graduation day, Walker gave the honor graduate speech. But instead of talking about excellence, he talked about failure. How losing taught him more than winning ever could. How his fellow Marines made him better by showing him his weaknesses. Walker went on to become an outstanding officer. Last I heard, he was a captain leading Marines in Syria. His men would follow him anywhere. Not because he's perfect, but because he learned to be perfectly human.